Hi guys, Watchwoman717 here. Thought I'd pop on and talk about why I still go to church. There was this kind of rumor floating around, and maybe it still is, about 501c3 churches. And those are churches that are registered with the United States government and they're exempt from certain things in their taxes. There's a big list of churches that you could call 501c3 churches. Do I go to a church like this? I haven't checked officially, but probably yeah. My church is probably your typical 501c3 church. So why do I still go? I go there because the gospel is still preached. I go there because my pastor believes that grace saves. I go there for fellowship. There's a verse that says we should not neglect meeting together. But the main reason I go there is because I want to see more souls saved before the rapture. I play violin on the worship team, and my hope is that I add something to that worship and that the Holy Spirit is invited in and he can change hearts of people who are there. But Amanda, haven't you seen The Patriot? Yes, I have seen The Patriot. I've seen that horrible scene where all the people get locked in the church and then they burn the church down. I'm aware that it's a possibility that you could get trapped in a church and die at some point if something nefarious was going on. But to me, it's worth it. It's worth it if I provided anything that led to someone getting saved. It's worth it to me. I asked God to lead me to a place where I could be of some use until the rapture. That was my hope. And he led me to my current church, and that's where I'm planted. There are different ways to wait for the rapture as we look up. The Holy Spirit kind of let me know that this is how I was waiting for the rapture.
You told me to go back to the beginning. So I have.
I am waiting for the scene.
I was waiting like Inigo Montoya was waiting for Vicini. He was waiting at a place where they had all agreed to go back to, where they met in the beginning, but he's drunk, you know? He's really depressed, he's upset, and he's just kind of not helping anyone around him. He's just kind of given up on life, you know, completely just waiting. And then his friend Fezzik shows up and helps him sober up.
That's enough! That's enough!
We live in kind of a rural area, and so it's extremely dark in our neighborhood. And we have this set of string lights hanging outside our house. When I come home, and Daniel's the first home, and it's dark, like it's dark early, now that we're in November, what I hope for when I come home and I pull down the driveway is that the string lights are already on and that he is at the door excited to greet me, even if he's tired, because we're both tired after a long day. But he is waiting expectantly for me, and he has the lights on and ready, and the door is unlocked, and he's ready to greet me. The opposite of that is when I come home, the string lights are off. So it's completely pitch black. I really have trouble, you know, walking to the front door because it's so difficult to see. You know, I've got to pull out my cell phone to even have any light. And he's asleep in the loft, you know, and the front door was locked, so I have to fumble with my keys to get in. That is the opposite of a warm welcome. We can wait like Inigo Montoya for Jesus. We can be just kind of sitting on the porch, drunk, so to speak, And there are different ways to be drunk. It doesn't have to involve alcohol. You can be drunk on Netflix. You can be anesthetizing yourself with whatever it is in your life, whether that's entertainment or sugar or sports or drugs or alcohol, just kind of trying to numb out and not feel things. You can wait like that, or you can wait, and this is really hard. You can wait with eagerness and joy and expectation. And it really hurts, actually, to put your heart out like that because you're waiting for a long time. It kind of reminds me of this clip from Persuasion.
If I could only make you understand what a man suffers when he takes a last look at his wife and children and watches the boat that he has sent them off in, as long as it's in sight, and then turns away and says, God knows whether we'll ever meet again. If I could only show you the glow of his soul when he does see them once more, when, coming back after a 12-month perhaps, and obliged to put into another port, he calculates how soon he can get them there, pretending to deceive himself and saying they cannot be here till such a day, but all the while hoping for them 12 hours sooner. And seeing them arrive at last, as if heaven had given them wings.
But just like that soldier who's anxiously awaiting to see his wife and kids, that's the kind of waiting we should aspire to be doing. And yeah, I'll say it again. I know that's really hard. It can hurt your heart to wait with joy and expectation like that when something feels like it's taking so long. Here's Hebrews 10:25. Do not give up meeting together, as is the manner of some, but encourage one another, and so much the more as you see the day approaching. And we do see the day approaching, even though it feels kind of eerily quiet right now. Time hasn't stopped. I mean, what are they going to do with those heifers? They only have 2 left. Prophecy continues to be fulfilled, even in this quiet time. Things feel normal and still, like nothing's happening, but also things are continuing to rush forward. It's a very strange feeling time. But be of good cheer, as Randy Kay says, because if you have put your trust in Jesus, heaven is in your future. Take care.